I honestly don't feel like there's anything more important than this, than the simplicity of coming back to the present moment, of feeling your breath, of tuning into your senses, of being so deeply in your body, in your life, that you remember what it really means to be alive. Here, now. Let this moment be so sacred, a remembering of who you were before the world told you who you should be. I see you. I feel you. Welcome to the Freya Podcast. Welcome home. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's podcast. So, today we're going to be talking about presence and how that really, really closely relates to feminine energy. And I get asked this a lot when I'm with my friends or when I'm with people, is like, what actually is feminine energy and how can I do this? How can I be more in my feminine? And it's a very interesting question because feminine energy is actually not about what you're doing. It's about who you are, who you're being, the energy in which you are. And the way that I've found, the practice that I've found that is the most important for me in order to stay in a feminine energy is really to be present in my everyday life. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what is feminine energy and what is masculine energy, because some of you guys probably don't even know what that is, because at a time in my life, I had no idea what any of that meant. And I think that it's very important to at least understand this concept. So masculine energy, it's what you do. So if you think about masculine energy, it's like the very practical things that you do in your everyday life that make you get results. So for example, masculine energy is like the sun. It shines the same hours in a day. It's very reliable. It's 2 plus 2 equals 4. It's always shines the same. It's, if you compare it to for example, the moon, which is cyclical. You know, the moon is sometimes full, sometimes it's not full. There's cycles in the moon. The sun always shines, and we sometimes can't see it, but it's there. You know, the sun is shining. This is a solar, very masculine energy. So if you think about masculine energy, you think about like planning, you think about doing, you think about, you know, when you're at work and you're just getting all the things done, you're checking off your to-do list, you're going to the grocery to pick up groceries for your family, you're doing all the things in order to be a mom and to, you know, do the lunches, all that. That is your masculine energy. That's your doing. That's the energy that you're putting out into the world. And it's a very beautiful thing. It's just that we are often in our masculine energy. I speak for myself. Before even knowing about these concepts, feminine and masculine energy, I don't think I really allowed myself to ever be in my feminine energy before even realizing that this was a thing. I was just constantly in my masculine. And masculine is very in the mind. So it's what you think. It's the step-by-step protocol of how to do what you need to do. It's like the IKEA meuble the IKEA furniture that you're trying to build. It's like the 1, do this, 2, do that, 3, it's the rational step-by-step energy that of doing, and it works. But then there's also the feminine energy. And this is, oh my gosh, I talk about feminine and it just like, it makes me feel just so like bubbly and yummy inside, because that is what the feminine is. It's very intuitive, creative. It's about being. It's about stillness, the space, the receiving, the creativity, the love, the pleasure. It's the emotions. It's the it's not always full. Sometimes it's half full. It's cyclical. It's not always the same, but it's beautiful in its uniqueness. And feminine energy is something that you feel within your body. So when you're completely in your mind, when you're always doing all the things, when you're just constantly checking off those things in your to-do list, you're getting shit done, like that very masculine type of way, you're most likely more disconnected from your feminine in those moments. And this is something as a woman that my soul craved for so long, to really just this is how I see the feminine in my vision. It's like just lying on the beach and just receiving the sunlight and just having nothing to do, nothing on my list, and just being totally in the moment. It's like, oh, it's a little too hot. Okay, I'm going to get up and go in the ocean and go for a swim. It's like just that intuitive beingness of like being so totally in the moment and just moving in alignment with whatever it is that I feel like doing in the moment. And I say in the moment because if you're not in your life, if you're not present, if you're not totally aware of what is happening right now all around you in the smallest little things, like connected to your senses, the feminine energy is all about being connected to your body, about being connected to your senses, about what you see, what you hear, what you taste. If you're not connected to that, it's really hard for you to be in your feminine. So if you're constantly up here, if you're thinking about what you need to do, if you're planning, if you're trying to control, if you're thinking about the past, if you're worrying, if you're anxious, if you're in your mind, you're not in the feminine. And this was my reality for such a long period of time. And now I have such beautiful moments that I'm in my feminine, and then beautiful moments where I'm in my masculine. And then there's some days where I'm just so in my masculine and I'm just like, my heart is like, bring me back to my feminine, bring me back to my feminine. And I allow myself to receive those moments in small little moments of my life. And if you guys are interested in that, you guys can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. I offer programs that really help you to bring these practical tools in your life so that you can incorporate and become more balanced in your feminine and your masculine energy with the power of your breath and your body and your body awareness and bringing yourself back into the present moment. So yeah, there's such beauty about being in the feminine, and there's such beauty about being in the masculine as well. But we live in a society that puts a lot of validation on what we do and what we know, and the science and the maths and what makes sense, and all the masculine is it was put on a pedestal for so many years, and it still is, that we forgot that what we feel, our intuition, how we feel in moments, how we make other people feel just by being fully present in somebody else's conversation. When you're talking to someone and you really feel like they're listening to you, that they're feeling what you're saying, like they see you in ways that you've never been seen. That is the feminine. That is like the power of being so present with someone and feeling like you belong is part of the feminine. We haven't valued this part of ourselves as women. We haven't valued that we're cyclical, that we're not always meant to be doing, that we're not always meant to be planning, that we're not always meant to be like steady in our energy, that we have ups, that we have downs, that we have periods where we're emotional, where we're more tired, where we're built to do less in those moments, especially related to our cycles, to our menstrual cycles that we've completely ignored for such a long time. And then we wonder why we're just like overwhelmed and blowing out at all the small things. It's because we're so disconnected from our body, so disconnected from our feminine, that we rage and we're angry and we're experiencing emotions that are just trying to make us come back to ourselves. So it's a very beautiful thing. And the thing that makes me, like I said in the beginning, the thing that really helps me reconnect to my feminine is by going out in nature and taking moments where I am just out in nature and for example, I really like to go for walks, and I've been trying to incorporate a daily walk every morning to get some morning sunlight, because morning sunlight is so important for you, your health, your feminine hormones, everything. Like, it's so, so important. And so for me, what I really love to do is to go first thing in the morning when I can. And when I have the boys, I adjust and make it work so that it's sometime in the morning that I have a time to just go and take a walk. For me, sometimes I do put on podcasts and things like that, but most of the time I really want to be present. So I want to take a moment to just like walk and look at the trees and listen to the birds and just like be totally in the moment and just observe nature, and just to take specific moments in my day where I can be in my feminine, where I can be just like aware and curious about the present moment, and just like totally immersed in what is here now, and just train my mind as well to be in the here and now, because there are walks where I just am thinking about my day and I'm planning all the things and I'm thinking about what I need to do because I'm a mom, because I have a business, because I have things to do. Like everyone, we're busy people, but I really try to train my mind to be still and be present and create space. And this is what I do. So I'm going to give you guys a practical tool on how to do that. If you have, well, I hope that you will create places and spaces in your day to allow yourself to be in your feminine energy, because this isn't something that we are given. Okay. So if you're waiting to be in your feminine energy, like, oh, I'm just waiting to be in that energy, and you're constantly doing all the things and you're just like constantly rushing from one place to the other, thinking about this, that, and just doing, and you're not creating spaces in your day to just be and like practice being more in the moment, more in the present, then there is going to come a time in your life where your body is going to start screaming. And this happened to me many times in my life, where my body is just like, I can't take this anymore. And then you start having symptoms, and then you start having really big emotions, and then you start feeling super overwhelmed, like something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. It's just your body needs you. It needs you back in your body. It needs you back in you. And you're just, when you're constantly just doing all the things, living in survival mode, you're so disconnected from your body that your body is just like, hello, I need you. So these wake up calls that we get, whether it's like extreme fatigue or insomnia or anxiety or depression or all these labels that we've put on these things, it's like sometimes they're just, I like to see them as little love notes, like, hello, I need you. You haven't been with me for a while, like a child, And it doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you. It just means that you need to adjust. You need to incorporate better routine, lifestyle in order to sustain this life that you want to live, in order to become balanced in your masculine and in your feminine. And these are just beautiful little wake up calls. So if you're going through one of these wake up calls, I'll invite you to practice this and to try and do this in your daily life. And if you want more of this, follow me. And I have a ton of this in my programs. But next time in your day that you have a moment to really be with yourself, and if you don't have those moments, create those moments. Like literally put them in your agenda, like 30 minutes of me being with myself, or 15 or 10 or 5, whatever time you have, like fit it so that you can really be conscious and take it all in. If it's 5 minutes, great, but take that full 5 minutes in. It's not the quantity, it's the quality. So don't worry if you have super packed days. Just make it so that there's little quality moments where you're reconnecting to your body and breath, and you'll see how much that affects your life. So next time you have a moment or you create this moment, make sure that you stay connected to your senses. So this is what I do when I go for a walk. I don't use my AirPods. I don't put in any headphones. I don't listen to music. What I love to do is I love to just walk and stay connected to what I see, to what I hear, to what I smell, to what I taste, and to what I feel, and just be really curious with that. Like as if you were seeing all of this for the first time. Think as if you were just like this alien that was put onto the earth and you're just walking and you're just looking at everything like if it was the first time you've ever seen it. You know how when you're traveling and you're just so amazed by the landscapes and the people and the things, and we don't do that in our life anymore because we're kind of used to seeing what we see. But it's also not even because we're used to seeing what we see. It's because we're so not in the present moment. We're just up here and we're thinking and we're doing that. We're not even looking at what is around us, you know? I really love to go for walks and just really concentrate on my senses. What do I see? What do I taste? What do I hear? The birds, the sun, feeling the sun on your skin, just feeling if it's cold, just feeling the coldness and like embracing that coldness. And then just being so connected to your body in that moment and to your senses. And then if you feel like you're always moving up to your mind and starting to think and being the planning, just bring yourself back to your breath. Breathe. Bring yourself back to the breath and stay connected to the senses. What do I see? What do I hear? And stay in the body as much as possible. And when you feel yourself disconnecting, just bring yourself back with love. This isn't a bad thing that you're disconnected. This means you're human. And this is probably something that you do on a daily basis to be up in here. So it's normal that when you're starting to become more in your body and more in your feminine, your brain is going to be like, no, 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 this isn't what you normally do. And just see it as like, oh, that's interesting. I'm going to teach my brain that this is what we're doing now, and just bring yourself back. Bring yourself back, not with judgment or fear or doubt or resistance or anger, but bring yourself back with love and just like, it's all good. And then just look at the trees and then look at the birds and hear the birds and feel the sun and just be in the moment. Be in the moment because the moment is now and you will never get any other moment than now. And I heard this quote the other day that really made me think about this. And it was like, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. And if you're constantly busy making other plans, if you're constantly in your masculine, then you're missing out on life. You're missing out on the beauty of what is right now in this moment. And you're not taking fully the pleasure and the yumminess of being alive and being here now. And it's a waste. It's a waste to live life constantly up here and never in your heart and never in your body and never in your feminine. So, yeah, my wish and my message for you today is really to start incorporating little moments in your day where you can do that. And if you have more time in your day, make it more time. If you have less time, make it smaller little moments in your day. And these can be so simple. Like for people who don't have a lot of time, they're like, I don't have time for this. It's like, no, you do have time. But the time that you have is often lost because you're up here. So for example, you probably take your car to go to work or to go get your kids. Well, in that moment, can you just be so totally present with your body and your breath and just like take moments to breathe and to notice what you see and to be so present in that moment? Can you take the moment that you're taking your shower, to like really feel the drops and just feel the heat and like really be connected to what you're feeling in your body and how it feels to be under the shower and just like washing away all the worries from the day and just be present in that moment? Can you create a 5 minute where you're taking your coffee and you're just like really tasting the coffee and what you're eating, like before eating, just taking 3 deep breaths and just being with what you're eating in that moment? It's like we have these moments, but we're busy multitasking and doing a lot of things and up here and not really fully being in the moment, that we feel like we're so overwhelmed because we're never fully present. So wrapping up all this, bring yourself back in little moments of your day and create moments or see the possibility of the moments you already have to become more present and make it fit so that it fits your schedule, your lifestyle. And if you have no moments, then maybe that is a big red flag that you need to create them, because I do not think that there is anybody who is too busy to really take in their life. And if you're too busy to create moments to just be and be in the present moment, then what are you actually doing? Like, you need to reevaluate your priorities. So yeah, this is, and with so much love, because I've been in those situations and so many times. But this is, this is just a wake up call that maybe I need to create a little bit more space for myself. And we're going to go more into that, into why that's important in future podcasts and programs. But you are the most important piece of your life. And if you're not making space to be and to receive and to romanticize your life, then no one around you can benefit from that. If you're filling your cup up, everyone around you will benefit from that. So when you start seeing that, especially as a mom or as a partner, as a business owner, or as whatever you are in your life, or as a woman who's often giving, like if you're giving from fullness, if you're giving from love, if you're giving from overflow, imagine how much light and love that can spread to the people you love the most. And if in the beginning it's hard to do it for yourself, think that this isn't only you that's going to benefit from this. This is everyone around you. So yeah. All right. So that's it. If you want to share this podcast with someone who could really benefit from knowing about feminine and masculine energy and being in the present moment, then you can share this with them. And you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram for any programs and practical tools on how to incorporate this into your life, because this is your life and you need to start fully living it and being in it and creating moments where you're just so in love with your life, and life is yummy and good, because this is your birthright. Like, you are here to enjoy your life, and if you're not enjoying it, like what are you actually doing? Like, let's start doing this all together. All right, I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.